Welcome to my humble palace, the Adelaide. I felt my heart drop in the cold floor in the scene that welcomed us. This is like a huge laboratory with a very advanced technology. In the middle of it is a large tube that contains a glowing red liquid. In its walls are maybe 100 human bodies, caged in a glass container with the red liquid flowing through small tubes towards their body. What is even more surprising is an army of people facing us. Half of it are ninjas, and half of them are men with a blank, cold, and red eyes. And in the very front of them, standing, is the two people, Fernando and Celestine. They all looked at us like they are expecting for our arrival. What kind of fucking dramatic show is this, Fernando? I asked full of annoyance. I tried my best to maintain my calmness, so did my three companions. Put down your guns and let me elaborate things to your stupid minds, he said calmly while smirking at us. I can feel my heart race when I realize that we are totally outnumbered and hopelessness starts to build up in my system. I'm a fucking leader here. Their safety is my accountability. I just can't crumble up today. I could be weak every fucking day of my life. But please, not today. I didn't expect for your arrival today, Miss Frost. Hindi kami masyado nakapaghanda. Kaya naway, pagpasensyahan niyo na ang munting pagbati namin. Mapanuksong sabi niya at yumuko pa. I gripped my gun tighter as my gaze met Celestine. She doesn't look like a childish and weak kid anymore. She looks so cold and intimidating. She's really heartless for choosing to go against us. Best friend by us. Fernando stepped closer at me. I alerted myself and pointed my gun towards him. I guess your luck already runs out today, he said when he's already only an inch away from me. Let's just get over with this, I coldly said and kicked his stomach. Rage and ferocity is evident in his eyes. Die, stupid bitch, he said and snapped his finger. In an instant, chaos was all over the damn laboratory. We are definitely outnumbered, but we still fight. I shouted when a man with a red eye kicked me, and I just felt my back crushed against a glass container with a human inside of it. I heard the glass shattered as I felt the pieces landed on my skin and made me bleed. Natalia! I heard someone shouted. I suddenly felt dizzy on the impact it caused me, but I managed to stand up and roam my gaze. To my surprise, I saw Kevin, Zask, and Hero were fighting with our own fucking men. What the fuck is happening? My eyes landed on the man with a red eye in front of me. What are you? I asked him. He possessed a very scary amount of strength, and it made me believe that every guy with a red eye has the same strength as him. If that was really the situation, then we are totally fucking dead. He didn't answer me. Instead, he attacked me. I dodged his punch, but I heard my bone crack in when it landed on my arms. Shit! I shouted in pain. Susugod na naman siya pero umuiwas na ako agad at hindi na hinayaan pa na madapo ang kamay niya sa akin. I immediately kicked his face. I jumped very high until my hand landed in his head and twisted it to death. Nawala naman siya ng malay dahil doon. I get the chance to show the whole fucking situation. Zask, Kevin, and Hero are already bloody. But that isn't the worst situation. The worst situation is that hindi pa gumagalaw ang mga ninja ni Celestine. Ang tanging naging kalaban nila ay ang mga tauhan namin. And do you want to hear something worse? Isa pa lang ang bawas ng men in red eye. Iyon ay ang nakalaban ko. It's like a 1 out of fucking 100 superhuman. And at this moment, I know I need to make a very crucial call. I won't let them die here. No fucking way. Not because of my fucking stupidity. I click my earpiece and look at them. This is Natalia speaking. We would fucking retreat. Sa kabilang banda, Skyke's point of view. Pagkaalis nila Natalia ay tanging pagtanaw na lamang ang nagawa ko. This is insane. Although, this is actually a great plan dahil nandito ang tauhan ng mga Aris. That would mean their defense is weaker. Sky, how's the situation outside? Tanong ni Spade, habang abala sa pag-aayos ng kanyang baril. It is honestly not good, Mr. Knight. Sagot ko. Natanong ko pa si Vanessa na tulala. I don't know what's on her mind, but that's my list of priority right now. Okay, I'll fix the mess outside. Just fucking monitor the attack team. Call me if something happened, he said. I smiled on my thought when I saw worry and fear in his eyes. He really loved Natalia, but I don't know what happened between them that it turns out like this. Copy, Mr. Knight. Sagot ko. Tumango siya at nilampasan na ako. Let's go, Nightmare. We have to teach some kids a lesson, he coldly said and left with Nightmare. Hindi na ako nag-aksaya pa ng oras at agad na kinuha ang laptop at earpiece ko. Hinanda ko ang cellphone in case na kailangan nila ng backup. Ay, matatawagan ko agad ang reserve men ng Knights. Nasabihan na rin namin si Jack tungkol sa nangyari kaya hindi na siya nagpunta rito. Kinonect din namin siya sa linya ng attack team upang marinig nila ang progress. Ilang oras pang lumipas ay tila maayos naman ang nagiging takbo ng pag-atake ayon sa naririnig ko. Wala silang masyadong sinasabi at panakanakang ino-offline ang earpiece nila. I suddenly got nervous when it took already 2 hours pero wala pa, hindi pa rin sila nag-o-online ng earpiece. What the situation there? Napatingin ako sa direksyon ng pinto nang pumasok si Spade na maraming dugo sa katawan kasama si Nightmare. Mr. Knight, their earpiece are offline. Sagot ko. Kumunod naman ang noo niya at umupo sa tabi ko. Why? Isn't that supposed to be on standby mode? He asked. I can already feel the anger starting to build up on him. Yeah, but I think they did that because they're all together and they don't need to communicate through earpiece and also to conserve its power. Sagot ko at ni-loudspeaker. Ngunit wala man lang kaming marinig mula sa kabilang linya. Ilang oras na yung offline? Tanong naman ng Nightmare. 3 hours. Sagot ko. Damn. I heard Spade cursed. I'm also starting to feel nervous when a static sound made my heart stops for a second. But what I heard on the other line made my heart fell to the ground. This is Natalia speaking. We will fucking retreat. My jaw literally hanged open as I stared on my laptop. What the hell did we just heard? They fucking retreating? Hindi makapaniwala na tanong ni Spade. I know Natalia. She's always ready to fight whatever it takes. I said as my brain felt really blank. If she came up with this decision, it must be a really dead end. Literally dead end. I whispered, but enough for the 2 men beside me to hear. What the? Spade shouted and immediately stood up. But he stopped when we heard something again from the other line. Skykes, I know you are listening. We really need backup. Send bombs and blow up this whole fucking place if we can't come out within 30 minutes. I panicked and stood up. I don't fucking know what to do. Nararamdaman ko na ang luha ko natutuloy sa mata ko. Kevin, damn, no. What the hell? Bulong ni Nightmare. And Skykes, oh fuck, please. Please tell him I love him to death. Is that supposed to be a last will, bitch? Inis na sigaw ko habang tuloy-tuloy ang pagdaloy ng luha ko sa mata ko. I'm really panicking and I don't know what to do. Calm down, I heard Nightmare said as he tapped my shoulder. Don't crumble. They need you. We still need you. Stay in line. Call for backup. We are going there. Kalmadong sabi ni Spade. Heyman looked calm but in his eyes are fear and worry. Prepare a helicopter. Utos niya sa isang tauhan kaya't agad namang sumunod ito. You are not going there alone, bro. Napatingin kami sa pinanggalingan ng boses at nakita namin si Drevon, Jack at Andre. Sabi na lamang ni Spade at nagsimulang umalis na silang lahat. Please, take them back safely. Samantala, on Natalia's point of view. This is Natalia speaking. We will fucking retreat. I announced. The 3 of them look at me while still fighting. Hell no! Sigaw ni Zask. Naramdaman ko naman na may susugod sa akin kaya't nasalag ko iyon agad. We will fucking fight here, till my last fucking breath. He shouted at me while still focusing on fighting. That is my fucking order. I shouted and stabbed my enemy's neck. Hindi na siya sumagot dahil alam naman siguro niyang hindi ito tamang oras para makipagtalo. Tumakbo ako papunta kay Zask upang salagin ang kutsilyo na papunta sa kanya. Just trust me. I whispered at him when I got close to him. What if we can't go out alive? Tanong niya habang nakikipaglaban kami. Then, let's take them with us to hell. I answered. Pinindot ko ulit ang earpiece ko. Skykes, I know you are listening. We really need backup. Send bombs and blow up this whole fucking place if we can't come out within 30 minutes. Sabi ko sa kabilang linya. Let's go! Sabi ko at tinignan si Kevin at Hero. Mukhang nakuha naman nila iyon kaya nakipaglaban sila habang paatras kami sa lugar na iyon. For the first time, I become a coward and retreated. I led my team here not knowing the consequences, and now I have to take them out of here alive, even if it cost my life. And guys, oh fuck, please tell him I love him to death. Tumingin ako ng masama sa sumipas sa akin at agad ko naman iyong sinuklian ng isang malakas na uppercut. If my luck really ran out this time, I want him to know how much I really love him. Malapit na kami sa pintuan, but something made us stop from our truck. Napahawa kami sa leeg namin. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. I looked at the one who did it. He was holding a syringe with a red liquid in it. Napatingin ako sa mga kasama ko at nakitang maging sila ay nasaksakan din ang injection. I felt the pain starts to spread from my neck till it reaches my heart. I felt my chest tighten until it spreads through my whole system. Fuck, I said as I tried to hold the hands of 3 men beside me, but like me, I saw them struggling to breathe. I fell on the floor while holding my chestnut. I saw a man walking towards me, and he kneels and leveled his face to me. And this, my lady, is what I call the Element X. I saw him smirk as darkness completely dominates my whole system. Nagising ako sa kakaibang sakit na bumabalot sa buong katawan ko. I found myself tied in a chair in an empty room. The last thing I remembered is about that red fucking liquid that is injected in us. Fuck, sila Zask. Inilibot ko agad ang paningin ko nang makita na walang Zask, Kevin o sino man ang nandito. Shit, we really messed up. I closed my eyes trying to control myself. I can still feel pain in my chest but not that painful anymore. My body just felt a little strange. I remained my eyes closed when I heard the door opening. Wake up now, my friend, she said sweetly. I immediately opened my eyes and looked at her coldly. Your eyes is really beautiful, she complimented and knelt to level my face. I know, bitch. Mataray na sabi ko at inirapan siya. She looks very shocked at parang nakakita ng multo. You? It didn't affect you? But your eyes are red. Gulat na tanong niya. Inunutan ko siya ng noo at tinaasan ng kilay. Ayos ka lang. Tama na kakasyabu mo. Ilang araw na ba ako nandito? Inis na sabi ko. Just 1 hour. 1 hour? Fuck, 1 hour? But how the hell did that Element X didn't affect your thinking at all? Nagtataka at gulat na tanong niya. Is that supposed to affect me? Like, make me genius like Einstein or crazy like you or something? Bored na tanong ko. It's supposed to make your robot that can be manipulated, she answered. I stared at her for a moment. If that was supposed to affect me, why didn't it affect me? Do I have some sort of antibodies or something? But I suddenly remembered the 3 guys. Damn, sana ay hindi rin sila naapektuhan. Why do you think I'm not affected? Nagtatakang tanong ko. Hindi ko rin alam. We already failed once. Hindi rin siya naapektuhan. He's a drunkard guy. Sagot niya na tila nagkwento lang sa isang kaibigan. I guess she forgot that we're enemies. Stupid as ever. Pero napaisip ako sa sinabi niya. If that drunkard guy wasn't affected at all, then we have things in common. What is that? Alcohol. We drank alcohol a while ago. Does that mean we're safe from the effects of these elements? Shit. If that's the case, si Hero. Bulong ko. Nagtataka namang napatingin sa akin si Celestine. Ramdam ko ang mabilis na pagtibok ng puso ko. Celestine, I called her. Napatingin naman siya. I think Hero needs your help. Just please, take him away from this place. Nabigla naman siya sa sinabi ko. I can saw fear and worry in her eyes. Why would I? Tsaka, kung hindi ka naapektuhan, malaki ang chances na hindi rin siya maapektuhan. Sabi niya. Listen, Celestine. The thing that makes this element shit void is the blood's alcohol content. We drank a while ago. That's why this shit didn't affect us. But that's not the case with Hero. He didn't drink with us. He went to find you and talk to you. I don't want him to be a fucking guinea pig of this fucking laboratory. Take him away from her. Please. I pleaded as I felt my tears stream down to my face. He really loves you. Why are you doing this? I frustratedly asked when she's not even moving. Mukhang nagtatalo pa ang isip at puso niya. Does he really loves me? Tanong niya. I saw sadness in her eyes and it makes her cold aura soft. Very much. I answered. Tumango siya at gumiti sa akin. Lumapit siya sa akin at sinimulang kalagan ang tali sa kamay ko. But we suddenly stopped when a loud sound of a bomb dominated the whole place. What the hell's that? I whispered. Mas binilisan ni Celestine ang pagputol sa tali ko at ilang sandali pa ay naputol na niya iyong lahat. Go and get the rope. And can you please order your men to, give us some help? Agad naman siyang tumango at lumabas na kami sa kwarto. Tuloy-tuloy ang naririnig naming putukan ng baril at pagsabog ng bomba. Damn, is that the backup I asked for, Skykes? If that is, then it's good. Paglabas namin ay mga ninja ang nakabantay sa bawat kwarto. Release them and tell them, our men to kill every man with a red eye. Utos ni Celestine sa isang ninja. I smiled and immediately ran inside the room. Naabutan ko si Zaz na nakatali kaya't agad ko siyang kinalagan. Let's get out of here. Get Kevin and leave this place. Sigaw ko sa kanya. We won't leave you here. Sigaw niya pabalik. Don't worry about me. Zakaria is on our side. Sabi ko. Nagtataka man ay agad kaming lumabas ng kwarto at tinungo ang isa pang kwarto na kinalalagyan ni Kevin. Napansin ko na bukas na ang isang kwarto. Maybe tinakas na nila si Hero. Now, get out of here. I'll find Fernando. Utos ko sa kanila. Akmang tututol pa sila nang tumingin ako sa kanila. And that's my order. I said and left them there. Pagbaba ko sa laboratory kanina ay parang dinaanan ito ng gyera. Maraming nagkalat na bangkay at tuloy-tuloy ang putukan ng baril. Tumakbo ako sa kahit anong direksyon na makita ko upang hanapin si Fernando. Then, I saw him taking the elevator. Agad akong tumakbo ng mabilis at hinarangan ng pagsara ng elevator. Running again, ah? I said and pointed the gun on him. Sumugod ang mga tauhan niya sa akin kaya't sinipa ko sila at tumama sa glass window at nahulog pababa. Now, tayo na lang ang nandito. Would you like to talk about your element X that can be easily countered by an alcohol? That's the shittest thing I've seen in a while. I said while laughing at him. He suddenly kicked my hand kaya tumilapon ang baril na hawak ko. Sa pagkabigla ko, ay sinipa niya ako sa tiyan at agad na pinindot ulit ang elevator. Bago pa man ito tuluyang sumara, ay nahawakan ko na ito at hinatak siya palabas doon at sinipa siya. Napaupo siya kaya't sinuntok ko siya dahilan para magdugo ang kanyang ilong. He pushed me away and stood up. You can't fucking kill me, sigaw niya at sumugod muli. Nagpalitan kami ng atake at naramdaman ko ang pagsuntok niya sa tagiliran ko. Sinipa niya akong muli sa binti at marahas na hinawakan ang buhok ko at iniuntog ako sa pader. Nahilo ako sa ginawa niya pero nagawa ko siyang sikuhin at hatakin ang damit niya dahilan para bumaligtad siya at tumama ang likod sa sahig. Hinawakan ko ang noo ko. I feel blood starting to flow endlessly. Dumaing siya saglit at halos sabay rin kaming tumayo. Watch me kill you in my own fucking hands. I told him and started to close the gap between us. I hit him really hard in the jaw. That is for my parents. Sabi ko. Hilong-hilo na siya at puno na ng dugo ang ulo. This is for Kenji, I said and punched him once again. And this is for every life you take, I said and kicked his stomach. Sa sobrang lakas ng impact nun ay tumalsik siya at nabasag ang salamin, ngunit nagulat ako nang kumapit siya sa akin. Namalayan ko na lang na mahuhulog na kami mula sa mataas na building. Unfortunately, there's no pole this time. I felt really hopeless when a hand suddenly grabs me. Mahigpit ang pagkakapit niya sa akin at tuluyan nang nahulog si Fernando sa mataas na building. I looked above me and saw the man I wished I could see before I die. Hang on there, he said. I felt a drop of blood falling into me and then I saw his hands. He has a gunshot. My smile faded when I saw how painful his situation is. Spade, yung kamay mo, sabi ko. Napatingin naman siya rito pero umiling siya. Don't think something stupid. I left you up, so please cooperate, he said as he started to lift me. I saw how he really tried to endure the pain. I don't want him to be hurt anymore. Kaya nang maabot ko ang railings, ay agad akong kumapit at tinulungan ang sarili ko na makaakyat. After a long struggle, I was able to finally lift myself and I landed above him. I gulped when I realized that I'm above him and he's holding my waist. Agad naman akong umalis at tinulungan siyang makatayo. Let's go, he said and hold my hand. Tuluyan na kaming lumabas ng building at isang malakas na pagsabog ang namayani sa buong Adelaide. Tinanaw ko ang kasalukuyang nasusunog na base ng Ares. It's finally over.